What's up, Plutty Sports Gamer? And I was full confident that Purdy would be the 49ers starter going into 2023. I am no longer confident anymore. There's going to be a competition in the offseason. We'll see how the Purdy surgery goes. One hit changes everything. One hit ruined the 49ers season. One hit destroyed their 12-game winning streak. One hit destroyed their chance to go to the Super Bowl and maybe win the Super Bowl. Purdy's injury is a pretty bad injury for a quarterback. He needs that arm strength and confidence to make the throws during the game. And with this surgery, me personally no longer has the confidence that he would be fully healed in time for the season. They're saying it's a 6-month recovery. They're saying he could be ready for the start of training camp. We'll see what happens with his recovery. He's got 3 months to not do anything after surgery, then 3 months to start throwing the football. And hopefully after that 3 months, he'll be ready to go for training camp and compete with Trey Lance for the starting position. As I stated in my videos, I want Brock Purdy to be quarterback. I think he's a better quarterback than Trey Lance for this offense, and he should be the starter. And the players seem to want Brock Purdy as starting quarterback. You've seen a lot from George Kittle. He wants Brock Purdy to be quarterback instead of Trey Lance, as he thinks he could lead this team to a Super Bowl victory more than Trey Lance. But we got an article here. Brock Purdy doesn't mind competing for the starting job after going 7-1, bringing the 49ers within one game of the Super Bowl. Purdy and the 49ers fell way short in the NFC Championship game after he injured his elbow. He eventually returned to close out the 31-7 loss to the Eagles when backup Josh Johnson suffered a concussion but he couldn't throw. That was an excruciating game, as I said before, and it just totally ruined last season. And who knows, they could have been in the Super Bowl right now. Purdy told the AP the internal brace procedure that he'll undergo on February 22nd to repair the tear in his ulnar collateral ligament requires a 6-month recovery process. And I'll get to this in my next article, how this is going to affect training camp and, as I stated before, who is going to start the season as the quarterback. He's expected to start throwing after 3 months. A reconstructive Tommy John surgery would kept him out for the entire 2023 season. With Niners coach Kyle Shanahan already saying that veteran Jimmy Garoppolo won't return, 2021 first pick Trey Lance will enter the offseason as the starter. Lance is recovering from a broken ankle in week 2. At the end of the day, both Trey and I, we want to win. We want to bring a Super Bowl back to San Francisco. We want to do whatever it takes. And if it takes us competing and bringing out the best during camp, so be it. Let's do it. We're both excited to get back after this year. But first things first, we both have to get healthy. Obviously, Lance is the more healthy one than Purdy. His ankle better be fixed. It's been so long since he's been out. I know it was a pretty bad ankle injury, but he should be back to full health by the time the season starts. He should be working the off-season camps, getting ready, then a full training camp in the preseason to get ready. He should be ready. Trey Lance should be ready to go. Purdy's goal is to be ready for training camp, but that's only be 5 months post-surgery. We'll see what happens, how I feel post-surgery, how the process is going. But yeah, that's the plan, to get back to camp and be ready for the whole season. But I want to bring you to this article. 49ers Brock Purdy says more complex surgery could be required to repair the elbow. So the doctors have an idea of what's wrong. His ligament is torn in the middle, which is better than being torn near the bone. If it was torn near the bone, it'd be a more complex surgery, but it's torn in the middle. It's better. The doctors won't know until they get in there in surgery what fully needs to happen. As I stated, as it stands right now, the surgery is a 6-month recovery period. On Thursday, a day after Purdy's surgical date was set, the 49ers rookie quarterback said it's possible for a more complex procedure could be required to repair the torn ulnar collateral ligament in the right elbow. Purdy will have his UCL repaired by Dr. Keith Meister, the team physician for the Texas Rangers. The plan is for Meister to use an internal brace technique, which would have Purdy on track to return during training camp in late August. However, Purdy said on KNBR that Meister could determine in mid-procedure that a hybrid surgery could be used after seeing the full extent of the damage to Purdy's UCL. So the Dr. Meister, who is a brilliant doctor who's done a ton of these surgeries, could go in and see, oh man, I need to do extra stuff here. I need a hybrid surgery. This is more complex than I thought. And he could be out longer than the 6 months. if this happens. Probably could be the whole year, who knows. Hybrid procedure would include UCL reconstruction, which involves a tendon graft along with the internal brace. Dr. Timothy Gibson, an orthopedic surgeon in Orange County, told the Chronicle via text Thursday that a hybrid surgery could result in a more conservative recovery plan because they would be relying on Purdy's graft to incorporate. Purdy might need 9 to 12 months to recover if a hybrid surgery is required. If that happens, it's the Trey Lance show. Purdy said Meister does more than 200 UCL surgeries a year and termed him one of the best of the best. He's definitely seen this kind of thing happen. He's going to make his best call, and not just for the heck of it. It's obvious the best call for his career moving forward, and he knows what's best. He's going to make the decision for us. Head coach Kyle Shanahan said last week that the 49ers are planning to have Purdy and Trey Lance serve as their top 2 quarterbacks in 2023, and that he didn't expect to make a significant investment in a third quarterback. However, 49ers would need to add a starting caliber option if Purdy required a hybrid surgery and is sidelined significantly longer than 6 months. After reading these articles and seeing there could be a possible further surgery for Purdy, I honestly think Trey Lance is going to be probably more favored to start the season at quarterback. The 49ers might be okay with that to see how Trey Lance performs in the first few games of next season, and maybe if Purdy returns, if he could return, to let Trey Lance do his thing, hopefully perform well, and maybe become trade bait during the season, or they could keep both. But Trey Lance has to do a lot of work. Hopefully during this offseason, he works on his accuracy, he studies film, and he's going to be ready to go for the season. Because my confidence in Purdy is not that great. Who knows? He might never have his arm strength again. His arm strength wasn't the best before this injury. I think his arm strength might not return to fully, like a 100%. Time will tell. This is just the season's not even over yet. We got the Super Bowl. But I'm looking ahead as usual. We'll see what happens during this offseason. We'll see how the surgery goes. We'll see how Purdy progresses, and hopefully he'll be ready, like they said, after 6 months, and be ready for the season. What do you guys think? Please subscribe, comment, and like. Thank you. See ya.